I've turned out much more bitter than previously anticipated. Put me back 2 years ago and I am the most hopeful little romantic out there. I am just like, love is out there and it's everywhere. And you put me now, ooh, and boy, bitter is the word. I'm basically at a point where I've like sworn off dating for now, and I don't want to be that person, but I've done that. Dating as a young adult is not fun. It's not a fun world. It is an awkward world. It is a world full of ups and downs, mainly downs. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, and it's mostly bad. At least that's been my experience with it. I've not had the best year in that regard. It has not been a lucky time for me in finding that right special someone for me, and I find myself being very bitter, and I don't want to be that person. Because ironically, being skeptical and closed off, it makes you unattractive. It makes you unattractive. And it's not just dating. I think overall I've become a much more skeptical and bitter person. In some ways that's a good thing. In most ways it's not a good thing, because my base mood is usually one of like, and that's not a place I don't want to be at every person I see. The whole point of dating is breaking down your walls and sharing your life with a person and actually letting them in and being happy and allowing yourself to be happy. That's the whole point. Like, that's why we do that. And I just find myself being like, how's this person gonna try and use me? How's this person gonna eventually hurt me? And no. Listen, this is for everyone out there who's in a similar situation, who's been a bit unlucky with stuff. You can keep your chin up, sport. That feels really pandering and really condescending and really like not real. but like for real though. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but in it I talk about how sad I've been, and I think on some level, while happiness is not a choice on its own, you can't just choose to feel better and be happy. I think the way that you attack life has a big impact on how you feel about your life. And the energy you put out into the world in many ways is the energy that you receive into the world, and that's something that I haven't been thinking about. I've been very much in my own brain like, I'm just sad, and that's not something I want to do. I work in guest service, as many people do, and it's its own level of exhausting. However, there is something that I've learned that I want to apply to my own life, and it does involve the energy that you put out into the world. When you enter situations, be that dating situations or be that just anything in your life, and you are already determined to like find reasons why it's gonna go badly or go wrong or not work, sometimes it makes it not work and makes it bad. And I have found myself recently deciding that it isn't gonna work out before anything even happens, and it just keeps me from actually being present in the moment and actually connecting with whoever it is that I am involved with or friends with or just hanging out with, just on a chill level. You can't expect people to always keep your interests and your desires at heart, because of course you can't. However, you can't also assume that they're never gonna do that, because assuming that they're never gonna do that will block them from doing that. This is another video in which I'm talking to myself, just kind of talking to myself. I would like to be that hopeful person I was 2 years ago. I would like to enter interactions and meet new people and see the potential as opposed to seeing the potential for harm. I would love to do that. The world is a big, dark, scary place sometimes, but it's definitely less dark and less scary when you have close people in your life and when you allow them to actually be a part of it and actually pay attention to your story, when you allow people to get in, because on some level you do have to allow people to come in. So here's to finding that hope again. Here's to not swearing off anything and assuming things aren't gonna work. Here's to just living my life, and when something pops up that could be good, something that could make me happy, here's to doing it. Here's to diving in and just actually allowing myself something that will make me happy. That's pretty much all I wanted to get on here and talk about. I would love to hear what you guys have to think. I'm sure some of you are in similar situations, because I know so many people in my age group who are just jaded by dating, because dating is just, it's exhausting. Thank you guys so much for your response on my last video. It helped more than you could possibly even like imagine, to just know that people are listening. It's incredible. Making something and putting it up on the internet last week was really good for me, and I want to get back into that. And I'm happy that I'm now on a 2 video in a row streak, woo, which is like nothing, but good for me. I hope you all are having a wonderful, amazing day wherever you are. I'm gonna get off of here, and I will see you next time on Monday. There's so much like monochrome happening here, a lot of white. You know, look at the white next to the white. It's like it blends in with each other, because I'm so white, and so is this mug. All right, I'm gonna go.